What is up, guys? Welcome back to AI on Crypto. I hope you're having a great New Year's Eve. Be relentless, guys. Go out there, chase your goals, and make sure you hold yourself accountable to whatever goals you made for yourself. And here's my big tip for the New Year's. If you didn't make a resolution, if you didn't make a list of goals, well, guess what? Who cares that it's the 3rd? Make a list of goals and hold yourself to them. All right, guys, we're going to have a video today about Echoes of Empire. This is an amazing game that we're going to spotlight here in today's video by Gala Games. Gala Games is one of the leaders in play-to-earn blockchain gaming, one of the absolute leaders. Gala Games had a tremendous 2021, and here on the AI on Crypto channel, we think Gala Games is going to have an even bigger 2022. Now, in today's video, we're going to spotlight Echoes of Empire. We're going to give the breakdown of this game, what to expect from it, what kind of a game is it, what's the play-to-earn potential, and most importantly, of course, how can you make the moves early to be a big player later? All right, guys, so we're going to get into Echoes of Empires by Gala Games right now. This is AI on Crypto. On this channel, we cover cryptocurrency prices and trends, altcoin gems, and all the things on the blockchain that fill our bags to the max, and we stay far, far away from Wreck City. We make daily cryptocurrency content covering NFTs, play-to-earn blockchain gaming, DeFi, and more. So if you're looking for that kind of content, I humbly ask you to please subscribe to the channel. Tap the bell so you don't miss future videos, and if you like what you see, give your boy a thumbs up. All right, guys, Echoes of Empire is a 4X space exploration game on the blockchain built around NFTs, and it's another really exciting title being developed by Gala Games. So let's head on over to Medium and check out one of the early articles about this game that I think tells a great picture of it. All right, guys, Echoes of Empire. Echoes of Empire is a 4X strategy game, a gateway to war and intrigue on a galactic scale. Now, 4X stands for Explore, Expand, Exploit, and Exterminate. A very popular game in the 4X genre would be Civilization and mainstream gaming, amongst others. It's a very popular genre, and Echoes of Empire will be one of the early 4X games on the blockchain. So when you start out, as an heir to the kingdoms of the past, a player will explore the vastness of space. They will discover worlds and conquer them. Kings and queens will be deposed, entire empires toppled. Once ruled by a galaxy-spanning empire, it is being torn asunder by 3 major factions: nobility, military, and commerce. Each faction's strength lies in the function they perform throughout the empire, and this they value above all else. So first of all, you have the royals. This is going to be made up of a heraldic nobility and loyalist. The royals lean on a draw power from their legacy, claiming that without their presence and oversight, the empire would fall apart. Although traditionally the role of the emperor was ceremonial, the long accumulation of favors and pomp has pushed the equilibrium towards giving substantial political power to the royal family. Due to the sudden death of the Emperor Adrian, various royal and loyalist groups are advocating their pick to ascend the royal throne. Initially, Prince Gabriel, Princess Isabella are in lockstep, united in their desire to stay in power, and very quickly, that same desire thrusts them into the direct conflict with one another. So that's the royal faction. All right, guys, their power base is going to be old colonies and stations, famously chronicled and steeped in the history of the empire. Their notable figures would be Herzog, General Alfred, and Princess Maria Colorado. All right, then you have the garrison. This is going to be the military faction. Historically, this small part of the military would ensure the security of external borders and additional support for enforcing the will of the emperor throughout the galaxy. The command of the garrison was upset with the questionable demise of the late emperor and unwilling to support any contenders to the royal throne. The garrison, under the leadership of General Alban Strauss, rebelled and created their own geopolitical entity. Their power base is on the Outer Rim colonies, And the notable figure is Colonel France Wallace and Major Anton Webb. And then, of course, you have the commerce faction known as the Arbiters. Tired of bureaucratic oversight and increasing taxes, a new union of independent merchants has rebelled to create an independent commerce organization. Due to the constant pressure from various royal and military factions, these free agents decide to mobilize and create their own armed forces to defend their independence and right to free trade. Their power base is going to reside in the mining colonies, various financial and manufacturing worlds, and organizations. Notable figures is the Council, which is a group of representatives from 19 industries officially recognized by the organization. All right, guys, so as a player, when you start the game, you're going to be entering a world that is in a little bit of upheaval. The long-standing emperor has recently died, and now you have 3 opposing factions competing for supremacy in the galaxy. That is the very well-developed lore that you walk into as a player, and you will soak that up in the beginning of the game as you choose your faction. So, guys, play-to-earn blockchain gaming has come a long way. A lot of the games have yet to be fully realized, but we are seeing more and more that we have AAA quality going into what's being produced in blockchain gaming. Because, guys, if it's not fun, can it really be called play to earn? The key element of play is fun. It must be fun to earn. Having a good time. If not, you could just show up for work, have health insurance, and all these other things. Of course, not everybody's going to make a living playing this game and other games. Some people are going to do it for fun, and instead of dumping out their money, they're going to make a little bit of money. So it's like a little extra fun money and also savings because they're not spending on pay-to-play stuff like skins and all kinds of things that have no secondary market value. You can't sell it later if you ever want to leave the game. Anyways, I digress. Back to Echoes of Empire. So one of the big things about Echoes of Empire is the idea of mining. There are going to be free-to-mine areas in space. These are going to be hotly contested planets or asteroid fields, what have you, where as a player you can go and begin to mine. The problem with these is that they are very low defended. You don't permanently own them, so you might only be mining one of these free-to-mine areas for a moment before some other player or group of players comes and basically lays waste to you to begin mining, right? So as a investor, as an NFT owner, you can actually purchase these beautiful and wonderful celestial land claims, all right? And when you own an NFT that's a celestial land claim, there's going to be mines available on that planet. And you're going to get paid as the NFT owner, whether you are mining them or not. You might be allowing other players to mine on your celestial land claim, and you will set a tax or a percentage that you will get as the owner. This is where the game theory of the game is going to come into play, because the free-to-play players are going to have a number of things that make their decision in terms of where they're going to try to spend their time mining so they can make the most money. So, as a celestial claim owner, you have a variety of ways you can play it. So, celestial claims come in 3 different clusters. Each one of them has approximately 2 claims. In order to purchase claims, you need to supply your Gala wallet with Gala tokens. Of course, we all know that. Now, based on the rarity of the claims, access will be granted to players to choose their own celestial body and claim it permanently during the early access to the game. So celestial claims are limited in supply. They can be sold and traded. So if you decide to buy a celestial claim to be an early stage game owner of the game, you can sell it later on the secondary market if the game is not something you want to continue to be a part of. Now, here's something I like. The claims are upgradable. So that means you will be able to invest additional resources into your celestial claim to get more out of it. Now, here's another thing that's very nice. These celestial claims can be rented to many players depending on the rarity of the claim. Now, here's a graph or a little chart showing the rarities and what they include. All right, guys, so the most common is the uncommon claim. This will have at most 3 mines. The basic resource capacity of the mines will be average in terms of output. It will have 1 basic resource type. There will be 3 leases per mine. So with each mine that you have, you can have 3 leases. So with an uncommon celestial claim, you could be renting out to up to 9 players. The dust generated by an uncommon claim will be average. The price range is anywhere up to $2,000, and it could go higher than that, guys. So dust is going to be the currency of this ecosystem. Dust will be required for space travel, buying fuel, buying parts, buying and upgrading your ships, and also your mining equipment. Dust is going to be the keys of the ecosystem, and these celestial claims are going to be the only source of the dust. Then it goes from uncommon to rare, epic, legendary, and ancient. So when it comes to maximum number of mines, if you have a rare claim, you can get 4. If you have an epic claim, you can get 5. A legendary claim will have up to 7 mines. All right, guys. The number of mines on the ancient claims have not yet been revealed. So that's what you got to think about if you're considering buying a celestial claim. I'll link this article here in the description so that you can go to it to see which celestial claim you might be interested in. All right, guys, if you head over to the Gala Games store, you can see that there are a number of celestial claims still available for purchase. There's still some uncommon claims available, but looks like the price of it is going for actually $6,000 right now, USD, 12,247 Gala. So obviously that's a lot more than the article. Aurora's Edge Celestial Claim Rare is 34,000 Gala right now, so that's like 17K US. So these things aren't cheap, guys, but they're owning pieces of the game. If they were cheap, that would mean that the game was cheap, right? Like if you are looking to be a play-to-earn blockchain gamer who does this seriously as a true, perhaps, career, if you will, then you're going to have to put some skin in the game if you want to extract a revenue stream that could potentially support a lifestyle, right? Like, if you could buy the Celestial Claim for $50, how much money would you really expect to make, right? So, for me, I get it. These are digital properties, digital real estate, and hopefully Echoes of Empire becomes a super popular game, and these Celestial Claims are extremely coveted and produce a lot of amazing dust. And people want the dust like crazy because they're using dust to power their gameplay. And that's where that whole fun thing comes to be, because the main value has to be fun. It has to be so fun that people want to spend their time in the ecosystem, that the free-to-play players want to come here. They might not be paying their mortgage or their rent with their Echoes of Empire gameplay, but they might be having a hell of a time and pocketing, you know, $300 to $500 a month or something like that with minimal investment, right? So there has to be that component of fun to drive this. Now, guys, there's a lot about Echoes of Empire that has not been revealed, like the actual gameplay. Will there be... well, there's definitely going to be the 4X style where you're on a map and you're expanding your fleet, if you will. There's definitely going to be that, but there's a lot of stuff that the developers are hinting at that we don't yet know about. And I think that has to do with like the story mode and interacting as an avatar player. That's the stuff we really don't know a lot about, that they're keeping close to the vest. But guys, I went ahead and got my Celestial Claim early because what will inevitably happen is we're going to find out stuff as this gets closer to launch that this is going to be a big deal. And if that happens, these Celestial Claims are going to get so much harder to get, so much more expensive. Now, there's always the chance that I could be wrong about that and they go down in value. Of course, I'm not a professional financial advisor. I think I forgot to mention that. But we should all know this is just my research for entertainment and information, guys. NFTs, play to earn gaming, very new, very risky. Do your own research. Consult a professional if you need to. But guys, I try to get in early because I've seen what happens with things like Mirandus and Towstar. Once the game gets going, these things get so out of reach for the normal people. But if you keep your eyes peeled, I know that this stuff's really expensive now, with 6,000 being the cheapest claim. But if you would have been on the ball earlier and you could have got in on the early price tiers, it was possible to get them for cheaper than that. So if you actually go over to OpenSea right now, guys, you can see that you can get a Celestial Rare claim for 1.65 Ethereum or 6,000 USD value. And that right now is considerably cheaper than the 17,000 you would have to play for a rare claim on OpenSea. But that kind of gives you an idea of the potential, because as we get closer to game launch, the probability is that Gala Games will sell out of the items. And what that means is that the current OpenSea price is considerably lower than what will potentially be the market value. Again, that sounds like financial advice. It's not. But for me, I see tremendous value here. Now, you might have to be very patient with it because the game's a ways out. There's a lot of other things garnering attention, like Mirandus, Townstar, Alluvium, and other big things that are happening in this space. But right now, guys, this is like getting it half off from the store, seriously, or more than half. Right now, it's going for 17,000 at the store, and you can get it secondary for 6. So, you know, this is how you do it. So later on, guys, whenever these Celestial claims, the rare claims are like 50, 60 grand, and you're saying, oh, well, only the richest of the rich have them. Remember, 1.65 Ethereum, January 3rd, 2022. You heard it here on AI on Crypto. All right, guys, very exciting game, Echoes of Empire. We're going to be following it. We're going to be covering updates and leaks. So if you like this kind of Gala Games coverage, if you like being on the cutting edge of the play to earn blockchain space and you haven't done it already, please subscribe, tap that bell, and we'll catch you on the next one.